David M. Schwartz is an American author who writes mostly about math and science. His love for the two subjects arose as a child, and he spends most of his time today trying to make math and science come alive for both students and teachers alike. In talking about himself, he said, "As a child, I was filled with a sense of awe as I contemplated the universe. The huge number of stars and their sizes and distances never failed to amaze me. With binoculars and magnifying glass, I also focused on closer subjects like birds, flowers, frogs, and bugs." He was born on November 29, 1951, in New York, New York. He enjoyed hiking, bicycling, gardening, natural history, cooking, folk dancing, and music. Schwartz attended Cornell University and got a degree in elementary education. He graduated from the college in 1973. After graduating, Schwartz moved from New York, New York to Putney, Vermont to become a school teacher. He also worked as a carpenter, lumberjack, veterinary assistant, environmental educator, and freelance writer. He began working at Yale University as a writing tutor in 1986 and became residential college dean from 1990 to 1993. He currently lives in Oakland, California. He often takes trips to support his research and his writing. He took a trip to Africa to research hippos and to research other animals. He also took a trip to South America to research indigenous tribes. A lot of this research goes to his writing for the Smithsonian. He writes a lot of articles that have to do with animals and other aspects of science. Schwartz actually didn't begin his work in children's books. He actually traveled and composed a series with one of his friends that had to do with roadside diners and restaurants. But then in 1985, he began his work on G is for Google and started writing math books for children because he wanted to make math come alive. He currently goes around and travels, speaking at schools and conferences, trying to make math and science more exciting for teachers and students. Super Grandpa is about a man named Gustav who was 66 years old and wanted to enter a 1,000-mile bicycle race. Everyone told him he couldn't, so he just rode along anyway, and he actually won. So it's about that anyone can do something they set their mind to. In his book, If Dogs Were Dinosaurs, Schwartz uses amazing things to show relative size. For example, if dogs were dinosaurs, his dinner would fill your bedroom. At the end of this book, David provides many different problems that deal with ratio, proportion, and relative size. In his book, What in the Wild, Schwartz uses fact-filled riddles to give students clues about what may be under the flap. After the students figure out what the animal may be, you can lift up the flap and see if you were right. Much like his book, What in the Wild, this book is filled with fact-filled riddles too, except this time these clues lead to events and things in nature. So students can guess these facts about nature and see if they were right by lifting up a flap. In Millions to Measure, Marvelissimo, the mathematical magician, takes the students on a journey to explore the invention of length, weight, and volume measurements. Since there's so many different things to measure, Schwartz believes that one standard is simpler, so he introduces the basic patterns of meters, liters, and grams and introduces the students to the world of metrics. In On Beyond a Million, Professor X and his dog Y teach kids how to count exponentially by powers of 10. So they start at 1 and they work all the way up to Google and beyond. This book introduces the world of large numbers to students. In the book, How Much is a Million?, Marvelissimo, the magic mathematician, takes students on a journey to be able to visualize and conceptualize exactly how much a million actually is. David M. Schwartz has been awarded many awards and honors, including the Notable Book Selection with the American Library Association, an Honor Book Selection with the Horn Book, Children's Book of the Year Selection with the Child Study Association of America, and a Utah Informational Children's Book Award.